Right guys, I've done this video to try and show you what the problem is. You see this link bar at the top? It's only displaying black text, they're not clickable links. And it's not just this site it's doing this on, it does it on many of my sites, most of them in fact. And the link bars, for some reason, seem to be the worst affected. Although the other adverts, the 468 by 60 and the 300 by 250 are also affected at times on the other sites. I'll show you later on. But this, the black text changes, so it's in keeping with what the actual page is about. Like this one's just added 2 CCTV camera links there, but they're not links, they're just plain black text. You can't click them. Whereas the other adverts underneath in red are perfect, there's no problem with them. Let me just pause this a minute and I'll move on to another site. Okay, this one, as you can see at the top, it keeps flashing up this warning: an add-on for this website has failed to run. And it's doing this when a particular Adsense advert is not displaying. Sometimes it's the link bar, sometimes it's a 300 by 250 ad, or very often it's the 460 by 68 in the header that's not displaying. But I can keep refreshing the page, and every now and again it'll clear, and especially with regard to the 468 by 60, it'll clear and it'll display the advert. But if I refresh it again, I just get the error and it's blank. This is obviously giving the error on the 300 by 250. It's failing to display at the bottom of the page. Yet the one at the top is fine, and they're using the exact same code. That's what I don't understand. So it must, to me, it must be a specific type of advert that's causing the problem. Because as I say, on that sidebar, on this particular site, the code used at the top for the advert and the code used at the bottom are exactly the same. So why does it display fine at the top but not at the bottom of the page? And still, this is giving the error underneath the taskbar about an add-on has failed. I haven't got any add-ons installed. The only thing is the Google taskbar, nothing else. And I've tried Internet Explorer 8 without the Google taskbar, and it still does exactly the bloody same thing. Yet on Firefox everything displays perfectly. There is something is not right somewhere, and I've tried everything I can think of at my end. I've formatted my machine so I know it's completely clean, there's no malware there. Well, my last email to you, I even copied the text onto a plain HTML document to totally isolate my websites from it, and it still does the same thing. There's something wrong somewhere with the code, I'm convinced of it. Anyway, let me move on to another site, and I'll show you the 468. The 468 by 60 not working correctly. Okay, this site now is a little different. The main problem with this one seems to be the 468 by 60 in the header. If I can get it to do it, I have to keep refreshing the page. So bear with me a moment. There you are, it's done it. It's flashed up the warning underneath the taskbars saying that an add-on for this website has failed to run, and it's failed to show the Adsense advert. Yet I haven't altered the code, it's still the same code. It was showing a minute ago, now it's not showing. There you are, it's back. So the only thing I can see that's happening here is a specific type of advert was going to be displayed, and it cannot be displayed in Internet Explorer 8. That's the only explanation I can come up with. But why it's affecting the plain text, or what should be plain text in the link bars, it is beyond me. But my 468 by 15 and my 728 by 15 link bars. None of them are working. They're all just plain black text. Doesn't matter whether I've got them under the header, under the menu on the header, or if I've got them elsewhere. I can put them in the middle of a page, I can put them at the bottom of the page, and they still don't display. Yet as soon as I switch to Firefox, they're there working perfectly. So there's something wrong somewhere. And I know you guys took a look and everything probably displayed fine when you looked, but it doesn't display fine all the time. This is what the problem is. I mean, as you can see now, the 468 by 60 in the header is displaying, and that's one of your adverts because you've got the little blue triangle in the corner. It's displaying now, but a minute ago it didn't display. And this is happening on every single one of my sites. However many visitors to my site are experiencing the same thing, I've got no idea, but I hope to God it's not a lot of them, although that would answer why my AdSense has suddenly dropped lately. You can see the advert underneath, the 300 by 250, no problem at all, that displays. The problem on this site is the one in the header for some reason. I just can't figure out why. I'll try it on an article, and oh, there you are. Not working again, look. I've just switched to an article and it's not displayed again. And this isn't because there's no adverts available, because I've got it set to, if there's no adverts to display, to just display red background, so you wouldn't even see the white box. And even if that was the case, why is it flashing up the warning that an add-on has failed to run? And like I said, if I run it in Firefox, it always displays. It never fails in Firefox. So it can't be a case of, oh, it's putting the blank white box there because there's no advert to display. That isn't the case at all. Oh, there you are. It's back now, look. And now it's gone again. Yet I've got an image advert and a text advert, both 300 by 250 at the top of the article, display no problem at all. Yet the 468 by 60 in the header didn't display. I don't know if it's a problem with Flash or a problem with Java or what the hell it is, but there's definitely an issue here somewhere. Definitely. And as I said, it's not related to my sites because I've isolated it and put the code on a plain HTML file, and it still does the same thing. So that's completely isolated WordPress and my websites, and all it is your code on a blank HTML sheet, and it still does it. So it tells you the problems with the code somewhere. Where, I don't know, but there is a problem there. Anyway, that's showing you what's happening. You can see the warnings come up again at the top, the yellow band. But I mean, that's of no help at all. I've even gone in and altered all the ActiveX settings and set them all to enable without prompt or anything. Just gone through the whole lot and set them all to enable, thinking that was the problem. Didn't make a scrap of difference. Not a scrap. Still did exactly the same thing. Alright, different site now, my blog review. Now, this one also has problems. Problems with the link bars not displaying, they're just black text, as I showed you earlier on. And every so often, certain adverts on here don't display. But not all these adverts are Google adverts anyway. And the reason being, I've changed and blended in some other adverts because I'm fed up of the adverts not displaying. What's the point of me dedicating space to AdSense if the bloody things don't show? I'm not going to earn nothing doing that, am I? I need to get this sorted out one way or the other, and if you can't sort it, I'll just have to close my account down and bloody go elsewhere. But I can't run sites like this. Oh, there you are. There's one not displayed at the top then. There, right, it's displaying this time. See, it's, you can see what's happening. And again, we've got the link bar with just plain black text, not clickable at all. That isn't styled black. That's how it's showing as black. I've got them set to I think bright blue, like a 0033EE. I think I've got them set to either that or 0000FF. But they're not showing as blue. You can see yourself. They're just black. They're not working. Anyway, I think you've seen enough by now. You can see what the problem is.